What's going on, everybody, on a Friday, a football Friday in the NFL? Week 2 in a league where they play for pay. Hey, let's get to it. Right? Week 2 in the NFL. The greatest league on earth. It's Friday, and every Friday I'm going to try to bring you my picks of the week. I'm going to give you 4 picks today that I feel are good picks with the spreads. And I'm going to give you the 2 locals at the end, the 2 local New York teams, the Jets and the New York Football Giants. Both going into important games. The Giants trying to go 2-0 and send a message to the league that the times are changing. The culture has changed, and the Giants, the little Giants, are arriving slowly. And the Jets go to Cleveland with a lot of pressure and an early season, I won't say must win, but something close to it, as the Jets coaching staff has come under pressure and has walked right into the trap known as the New York media. And Saleh did a no-no. Sat out there and challenged them instead of ignoring those pack of wolves. But the Miz's picks for a week 2. Here we go. I'm going to lower off the music. Hey, my first game in week 2. The Tampa Bay Bucs go to New Orleans. The Saints are 1-0. Tampa's 1-0. Tom Brady still has it. Despite all the drama and the nonsense, it doesn't matter. The man can still wing it and still sees a field like a doctor. Someone who performs surgery on a field. Number 12, TB. This one's easy for me, folks. I don't overthink it. The Saints are young. The quarterback is Winston. They came out with a win last week. They were lucky to come out with a win last week. And now they're up against... When everyone thinks of Tampa, they think of Tom Brady. But guess what? It's that defense that is doing the damage. And his name is White. Linebacker White. This year will make his case as one of the best defenders in football. I think the Tampa defense is pretty damn strong in their front 7. You know what? Tampa's -2. Take the -2. Tampa Bay wins this game. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2. We're traveling up to Pittsburgh, the Steel City. Black and yellow. The Pittsburgh Steelers, with young quarterbacks and Trubisky they picked up in the offseason. You know what? Even on seasons when the Steelers aren't supposed to be good, even when the Steelers are bad, they're never less than 500. And for that, I gotta give the respect to Coach Tomlin, who's gonna go down as one of the best coaches ever. Okay? When your bad year is 9 wins, that says something. The Pittsburgh Steelers are, you know what? The Pittsburgh Steelers are a class organization. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are a model for all organizations to look at in the NFL. And the Steelers are hosting the New England Patriots, and the Patriots are coming off a hard loss in Miami. They looked ugly. It doesn't look anything like the Patriots we've ever known. Seemed like a lost offense ran by Mr. Lost himself, Joe Judge. Alright, and Patricia. 2 coaches that have failed in the NFL as head coaches and have gone crawling back to Belichick. Well, you know what? For some reason, the Patriots are -2.5, okay? They are favored by 2.5 to win this game. That line says something to me. Also, The Steelers are 0-4 lifetime without Watts, and Watts will be out for at least half a season. The Patriots are desperate, and desperate Belichick teams have always showed up big. The Patriots bounce back this week -2.5 and win this football game. I'm going to go with the Patriots here to go get a win and get back to 1-1. Take the Patriots -2.5. If you could buy them to -1.5, go ahead. Take the Patriots, or you could take them straight up. Game number 3, the Miami Dolphins, that look like a vamped up new team behind quarterback Tua and his brand new shiny toy Hill, will travel to Baltimore. The Ravens handled the Jets just as we all thought they would. Alright, the Jets right now starting out the season like they do every other year. Completely lost. They have talent, but the coaching staff has some stuff to get together. The Miami Dolphins are 1-0, coming off a beautiful win against New England. Here we go. The Baltimore Ravens are coming off that MetLife turf and have lost a couple of starting players for this game. What a shocker. The worst turf in the league. Number 1 at ripping up knees and ankles. Well, the Ravens will go home in front of their home crowd. Big time stadium, loud fan base. The Miami Dolphins are +3.5. You're getting 3.5 with the Dolphins. Take the 3.5, and if you could buy a point to make it really sure, you could go up to 4.5. Take the Miami Dolphins +3.5 or +4.5. I believe this game will be a 3-point game. I actually think Miami Dolphins will win this game. But take the Miami Dolphins here with the points. I think you'll be safe. Game number 4. And I call this a huge bounce back game. Aaron Rodgers owns the Chicago Bears. There's no doubt about it. And nothing's going to change this week. And Aaron Rodgers, I believe, is 9-0 when coming off of losses and playing division teams. Or I think it is the Bears alone. Aaron Rodgers has made a career out of shitting all over the Chicago Bears. And the Bears are coming off a happy, feel-good win in the bad weather against the 49ers. Nice upset. Fields made some pretty big throws. Played amazing in the conditions. That's great. That's a beautiful thing. The Bears are still not a good team. They're going to go to Green Bay this week. And I believe they're going to have their asses handed to them. It's a reality check for the Chicago Bears. And it's a game that Green Bay has to win. They can't go 0-2. And Aaron Rodgers won't go 0-2. The Green Bay's -9. Buy a point. Make it 8. Or you could stay with the 9. Green Bay Packers win this game and they cover the 9. I'd buy the point and make it 8 or even 7.5 if you can. So we're safe that way. But the Packers will win this game, and I got them winning by more than a touchdown. That's a Mrs. Lock. The Mrs. Lock of the week. The Green Bay Packers in a huge bounce-back game. Another team I like to win this week, but I didn't put them on my sheet. I give you an extra, is the 49ers. I think they come home, bounce back against Seattle, who got their happy win on Monday night. They won't be taken lightly this week. The Niners are going to come in desperate. And then I think that the Niners come in with a chip on their shoulder at home. That defense shows out big time. Lance does whatever he needs to do. Give me the Niners in a win. I'm not telling you they're covering the 8 or 9 points they're favored by, but I tell you the Niners win the game. And now we go to the 2 locals. New York, New York. It's a hell of a town. And if the Yankees were playing this Sunday in the NFL, I'd pick the Yankees to win this game, as the Yankees have gotten healthy and have found themselves. But the Jets, the Jets, Jets. It's time to show up or shut up. The coach is talking a lot of crap and he's taking stuff personal, which is easy to do with the media, because the media in New York, they're like a pack of rats, and they're going to try to get under your skin in any single way they can. Okay? The Jets go to Cleveland. The Browns are coming off a win. They're feeling good. I believe it was a 58-yard field goal to win the game for the Browns. They don't have their starting quarterback. Hey, that's a good win. Browns do have a top 5 or 6 defense in the NFL, led by a beast, Myles Garrett, strong secondary, and a 2-horse backfield of running backs, a stable 2 power backs that, believe me, is something to be reckoned with. The Jets are plus 6.5. They're coming in desperate, and they are better than the team you saw play last week. The Jets are better than that. They got talent at receiving core. They got 2 real good running backs. Yes, they don't have the starting quarterback right now, Wilson, but Flacco's a veteran, and I think that he will learn from last week, and he will come in well-rounded and better equipped this week. The Jets' O-line needs to stand up, and their defense is the strength of the team. The Jets are plus 6.5. Take the New York Football Jets with the plus 6.5. Buy a half, make it 7 if you're a guy that likes to play it safe. Don't be shocked if the Jets come out of Cleveland with a win this week outright. Yeah, I'll go on a limb. The Jets win this game outright to go to 1-1. They'll show up and stand up for Salah. I think they fight for their coach this week. Flacco will be the veteran leader that he's supposed to be. And I think the Jets come out with a 23-20 win. Yes, it is. And then we go to MetLife Stadium. Boo! Where Wink demands that 90,000 show up this week in the Meadowlands. Time to take back our home. It's been years of duty and garbage. And it's time to come and rock this place out. And let teams know you will no longer walk into the Giants Stadium for an automatic W. The Giants are young, they're feisty, they are hungry. And the Giants are going to come to play. And I think they showed that in shocking the Tennessee Titans and the entire country last week in Tennessee. And they are led by a beast of a weapon, number 26, Barkley. A growing O-line. A Daniel Jones, which is going to bust his ass for this team. And a young, hungry defense. And there's a chance they have Kayvon Thibbs, their prized first-round pick, on the edge this week. Even partially, it would help the Giants a lot on defense, especially come fourth quarter. Because I believe this will be a game into the fourth quarter. Because the Carolina Panthers are not a bad team. They actually match up with the Giants pretty well. They're going to give us a few problems. McCaffrey's a beast in his own right. Mayfield can ball. He tends to be streaky. I think the Giants, some of the Giants like Barkley and Jones won't forget the trash talk Mayfield had spoken about them 2 years ago. And I think Wink and Dabo are the type of coaches that are going to hang that up as material on the wall in the locker room. So you want to talk your shit, you better walk that shit. You're going to walk into a different Giants stadium this week, hungry, loud, 89, 90,000 waving white towels. And this fan base has already been challenged by this coaching staff to show up and be the 12th man for once. No more quietness. Come, be loud, be rowdy, be feisty, and make the opposing team come in here and feel very uncomfortable. Hey, I believe Jones is going to have to throw the ball to win this game, as Carolina will focus on Barkley after what he did last week. Also, their running defense was rocked by the Browns, and I think that they're going to come with a better run defense this week. I think that the Giants are going to have to, at some point, go to the air to win this game. And if I was a Giant, I'd start the game out through the air. Because then you could get back to the running game later in the game and pound it down their throat. And that's how you win football games. Use the clock against them. There's something about this Giants team. There's a happy, positive, confident feeling around it. You can feel it in the air, and it stems from head coach Dabble. The team is very tight. They seem very close together. You got leaders like Dexter, Leo, Shepard, Barkley. And Jones is a quiet leader. He's not verbal. And I understand there's some split feelings on him, but he wears the jersey right now, and that's the guy we're going to rock with. You get behind him. And you hope that Tony could get on the field. He's been having some hamstring problems. He's dealt with injuries so far his entire 2-year career short. But we need a kid like that on the field. See, people misunderstand me. My anger towards Tony is not directly at him. It's out of disappointment because I know the weapon Tony could be and what he could bring to this team can only make this offense explosive. So it's disappointing to me that he just can't get on the field. But that's for another day. We hope we get him on the field, even if it's partially. And I'm really praying to see Kayvon Thibbs try to get on this field part-time. Of course, if he's not 100%, save him for the Dallas game next Monday night. Don't risk a talent like that getting further injured. But if he could go here and there, especially later in the game, that could be huge. Hey, this is an early big game for the Giants. This Giant fan base has waited 6 years through horrible garbage football, the basement. The Giants have a chance to go 2-0 at home and send a message to the entire NFC conference. We want it. We should want it. And I think on Sunday the Giants are going to go get it. I think you're looking at a really close game. There's going to be passing both ways. It could even turn into somewhat of a shootout in the middle of this game. But in the fourth quarter, the Giants are going to find a way to pull this behind their defense and Barkley's legs. Give me the Giants 27-24. Go 2-0. Those are the Miz's picks for week 2. Enjoy your football Sunday. Go get it.